My chef, welcome in this new YouTube video. I am Julian, founder of 100K Chefs, which is the first private chef institute worldwide. We've helped countless of chefs and private chefs go from zero to well over $40,000 a month with a private chef business. And today I am going to break down with you how to add an extra $100,000 as a private chef using this very oddly simple strategy. If you're a chef or a private chef, you realize that posting content or running ads, growing your followers, maybe even building a website might get you to have your very first client, maybe after waiting for 6 months. However, one of my students closed a $6,000 deal using a completely different strategy. He doesn't run ads, he doesn't post a lot of content on social media, and no, he doesn't have a massive audience. Still, he was actually able to pull half of that deal up front to confirm the deal. And we also had another student that landed a $20,000 event through what I call the luxury partnership model. And today, my chef, I am going to break down for you this 3-step strategy to go from zero, $10,000 a month as a private chef, even with absolutely zero experience. This is not theory, this is not motivation, this is the exact process that dozens of our chefs been using since 2024 and keep doing on a daily basis. 3 steps on this process. The first one is how to actually find wealthy clients using ChatGPT. Okay, this is completely free, by the way. There is absolutely not a single dollar to spend and invest into the strategy. The step number 2 is how to make them pay attention even if they never heard about you. And then finally, why chefs should offer their first tasting for free. I have a lot of people raging about this, but I'll prove my point by showing you today how this specifically works. I want you to stay until the end because I also show you the biggest mistake that almost every chef makes when pitching wealthy clients. Here's what really happened. Most chefs are trying to sell wealthy people, which is tremendously difficult. But why? Because when you're trying to sell wealthy people, you really competing against caterers, other chefs, other private chef agencies, high-end restaurants, personal recommendations. Everybody end up fighting over the same person. So instead, you want to ask yourself a better question. Who already has the wealthy client's trust? Well, a luxury realtor, a private bank, a private jet firms, a supercar dealership, a yacht companies. These businesses already spend all day serving the ultra wealthy people. They already have the connections and they all have the exact same problem. They want their best clients to stay the clients. So now you want to think like this. Imagine a Ferrari dealership. One client spends $5 million that year, okay? Buy like 2 or 3 cars. How does Ferrari actually thanks that client? Maybe they buy them a bottle of champagne, maybe a gift basket. Let's say maybe they gift them a Formula 1 ticket. Or imagine if they were gifting them a private dinner. How much more unique, how much more personalized that experience will be. How much longer would it last than a random bottle of champagne, than a random seat on a Formula 1 event. So here's what happened. When you actually make that happen, when the dealership actually offers that private dining experience to one of their clients, the dealership strengthens the relationship. The clients actually feel valued. Dealership wins. You get paid by the dealership. Then the client hires you private afterward. You win twice and you get paid twice. And then because the dealership probably make another sale because of that gift that they just offered to their client, because they buy another car or they refer another friend or they refer more friends. Well, guess what the dealership does? He calls you again. And he does this with another top clients. And he does this with another top clients. And then that ball just keeps rolling. This is exactly how several of our students started getting traction. by helping businesses take better care of wealthy people, not by chasing wealthy clients. So let's break down the strategy. The step number one is to find those businesses. Most people will use ChatGPT like Google and they just go like, oh, I want you to give me 10 leads in New York City. You don't want to do this. This is how I do it. I use it like a research assistant. Take a look at the data below that I'm actually then putting into my prompt. I don't have a one-line prompt. I do have such a big ass fucking prompt. Does that make sense? With ChatGPT, you don't want to expect perfection. ChatGPT is, to me, like a smart kid. If it gives you the wrong answer, you want to push it. You want to refine it. Then you want to ask again and demand better output. The goal isn't really to have perfect data. The goal is to have enough data to start a conversation. Number one mistake all chefs make is that they're going to find a lead and then they're going to immediately pitch the food. This is a huge mistake. Food is not the first sale. Trust is. And I am telling you, by following this process, you increase 10 times more the quality of your service than any picture or video of your food. So look at that. One of my students in Greece had a retreat organizer reach out to him. Most chefs would have sent right away the menu, the quote, the pricing, and I get it. That's all you guys know. But that is not how it works. Here is what we actually did instead. Once we got in touch with that specific client, we went into her Instagram and we started researching her. On her Instagram, we found that she was the founder of a retreat company. She didn't mention when we reached out that she was running that retreat company. She didn't mention that the event was for the retreat company, but we found it out. Then we went into the retreats business Instagram page, and then we realized that she was also organizing other retreats. We scrolled down on her content and we realized that she was selling out 18-person retreat in person within a week. Make the math real quick. How much is the retreat? 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 per person? Hundreds of thousands of dollars sold within a week. The lady gets it really fast. And when we went on her Instagram, she's got like 20 followers. Her Instagram account wasn't like so blank that you couldn't realize based on her Instagram account that this lady was doing over $100,000 in sales in under a week. But through research, we were able to do so. And it didn't took us fucking hours or Superman fucking skills. No. Go on her Instagram, type her name, found out in the bio that she was the founder, went into the account that she's the founder of, and start doing a little bit of scrolling. We created that personalized video. In the video, we went over specific things that we noticed on her Instagram about the retreat that she organized before. This wasn't about the food. It was about her. It was about her business. It was about how she wanted her clients to feel. We wanted to make sure that we made her understand that we will be a crucial part of making her retreat a success. And this is how you add value to people with money. You help them strengthen the relationships with their clients so they can make more fucking money. It is about her. It is about her business. It is about her success. It was about the goals that she has with this retreat. And suddenly, guess what? She wasn't comparing chefs anymore, which she did in the first place. How can you do when nobody is standing out? Then you compare people based on pricing. She was actually not comparing on pricing because she found someone who understood her. That's why people buy. People don't buy because your beef tenderloin looks nice. They buy because they feel understood. Now let's actually break down the step number 2, which is the unique approach, which is this video preparation, this template preparation that we do for those unique outreach and approach. In this video, you want to use a chart like I'm using right now, by the way, okay? Same format. If you're looking for having this already model, this template, you can go on my Instagram. Here's my Instagram, Julian with 2L _ 100K chefs. And then you can send me a message. Just message me, template. I'll send you this template for free, okay? In the template, there's a few elements that you want to put in to make sure that you stand out and that you make this very personalized. One, you want to present yourself, who you helped already, and how you helped, what you can do for them. Focus only on the benefits and the pain. You don't want to talk about anything else. What you can actually do for them. Focus only on the benefits and the pain. You want to offer a guarantee to make it unreasonable for them to actually say yes. A guarantee can be, especially for tasting, no charging for the first X experience. Ideally, just the first one. We'll show you later. We are able to charge on the first tasting, but you don't have to. And then finally, you want to break down the next steps so they know what happens and how to proceed. Once you've actually prepared this very specific outreach strategy with this template and with this video, then you want to make sure to say yes, which is the step number 3. Let's talk about the actual conversation that you want to have with those people. Most people think that selling is convincing. It is not. Selling is understanding people so you can help them make a decision that they cannot make on their own. So instead of pitching immediately, you want to have a real conversation first. And in this real conversation, I am going to walk you through the usual touch points, the usual questions within that framework that you could ask. I'm being very specific here. You don't want to copy and paste those questions and just go one by one. People will feel that. The more scripted you are, the more people will feel. I am just showing you a framework that you should be integrating in your own mind and learning, so then those types of questions will come by themselves. Let's put it this way, okay? So there are 5 steps within a conversation to take someone from they are interested to they actually pay you money. What they want, what is happening in their world right now, what they've tried to solve the problem, how would they feel once they solve the problem, and the pitch. What they want is what get them out of bed in the morning. Questions like, what's your vision? What are you trying to achieve? Why are you in business for? What's happening in their life is usually why they don't have what they want. You want to collect the data within this period, within this moment of the conversation. What are you currently doing to do X, which is usually the vision of what they're trying to achieve? With your idea client, what happens after you sign a big client? Because this is the conversation that we want to have, because this is the problem that we want to help them solve, right? How many comes back after you sign them? What do you think they come back? What do you think they don't? When they do come back, how often they do? How many come back and refer their friends? When they come back and refer their friends, do you know why they do? Do you know why they don't? Then you can move into what they've tried, prior attempts, partnerships, helping them realize that what they've tried in the past wasn't probably enough. And they want to understand why. And how you can then become the bridge between what's happening in their life right now, which is where they at, and how they want to feel, which is where they want to go. Okay? So what they've tried is what they did to try to solve that. Okay? The problem that they have, which doesn't allow them to achieve the vision. For how long they've had this problem. With who they've had this problem, and who actually tried to help them solve it. Why they think it did not work. What they think actually worked and that they should emphasize on. Then you want to move into how it makes them feel. The detail and the data, the emotions about the ideal situation that they want to get to. Why would it be any different? In what way? How would that actually make them feel? Why would that make them feel this way? And are they ready for that? And then you can move into a pitch, which will obviously then be custom based, because you will have collected so much data that you can then tailor something on the silver platter right into the fucking mouth. Okay? Chefs. People buy with emotions and justify with logic. Wealthy people too. And with this type of conversation, you get people to open up and to be emotional. Just one of those people could change your career. One wealthy partner, one referral, one family offices, one luxury realtor, one private jet firm. Just one person like this can completely change your career, your business, and your future. So why would you even try to save a few dollars on a free tasting? It doesn't even make fucking sense. Don't take before you give. Remove the risk. Once trust exists, sale becomes so easy. The tasting isn't the sale. The tasting is the bridge between where you at and the life that you always ever wanted. If you want to learn exactly how we've been helping our students to do those free tasting partnership, which then allows them to land $3,000 to $5,000 private dinners, which has allowed a student like Krishna, based in Vancouver, he literally runs the most successful private chef business in Vancouver and probably one of the best across all Canada. We took him from $0 to $25,000 a month. He started with us last year in July, so July 2025. And by January 2026, he was doing anything between $15,000 to $25,000 a month. Started from completely scratch. We run with him a full 1 hour live interview into how he actually organized those free tasting. Anything that happens post closing the tasting, meaning how he actually confirmed the tasting once somebody said yes, how he organized before the tasting, what does he bring for the actual tasting, how he does actually take care of the logistic, what happens the day of the event, and from the day of the event, how he actually figures out to be able to then land us $3, $4, $5, and plus $1,000 dinner. If you're interested in getting access to this full 1 hour live interview, the only thing you've got to do is to DM me the word tasting and just let me know that you're coming from YouTube, okay? Just go on my Instagram again, Julian with 2L _ 100K chefs, and then message me the word tasting. This is pretty much the end of this video, my chef. And again, you know it. If you're a chef or a private chef, you do not need to post a bunch of content, to run ads, or to grow your followers on social media, at least to make your first $100,000. What you need is to follow to a T this specific strategy and to surround yourself with the right 5, 6, maybe 7 right people in your network, and this strategy is by far the best to do so. This is the end. Again, this was Julian from 100K Chefs, the very first private chef institute worldwide. I'll see you in the next video. It was a beautiful time. Bye-bye.